Today we're going to pull a couple of tips from a book called Conversations with Major Dick Winters. If you have not seen the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers, I highly recommend you watch it as soon as possible. If you have seen it, then you're going to love the tips that we pull out of this book. Welcome friends, I'm Alex Lyon, and Communication Coach. This channel is here to help you increase your skills, to help you lead your teams with more excellence. If you are a frontline supervisor, frontline manager, or a team leader, or moving in that direction, this channel is for you. Everything on here is here to help you get better at leadership so that you can bring out the best of the people around you. And there's no better place to start than this book by Dick Winters. It's actually a series of interviews with Dick Winters. If you've seen Band of Brothers, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch this HBO miniseries. Some of the things written about and by Dick Winters are much more tactical and military based. This book, however, looks at the man behind the uniform. What's his leadership philosophy? What's his approach? Why was he so amazing? And I want to pull out two quick tips. The first one is his ability to put himself in the shoes of his soldiers. This is a great tip whether you're a military leader or you're running a McDonald's. He knew, for example, when the bombs were dropping and the bullets were flying, he felt utterly and completely alone. They were just hunkered down waiting for it to end. And so he said, well, my men probably feel this too. So as soon as it stopped, the moment the bombs stopped exploding, he would get up and physically touch base and talk to every single guy under his command. You doing okay? How you doing? Hey, we made it through. Were you doing all right? Hey, look. And so it fractured this notion that they were alone. They felt instantly connected again to the people around them and especially to their leader. So the first tip that I like to pull out is this notion that you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes to really be a great leader. The second tip is a little different, and that is what you tolerate, you condone. He really believed in leading by example and setting a high standard for the people that he led. And he didn't tolerate nonsense. Easy Company ran very well because of his strong leadership. And so he didn't put up with a lot of the nonsense. In fact, when they were writing the script for Band of Brothers, there was a lot of cursing from the character that played him, Dick Winters, the actor who played him. And he confronted Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks and said, look, I don't talk like that, and it's not okay with me for you to put that in the movie because that's not who I am. And they said, well, you know, it's a little late in the process. We're just going to have to move forward. And he said, well, then I will not give this project my blessing. See, he was living it out. What you tolerate, you condone. And he was not going to tolerate being misrepresented on screen like that. And they actually did change it. They said, well, okay, he stuck to his guns, and they said, okay, if it's that important to you, we'll change that dialogue and clean up the language. So I highly recommend this book. There are way too many lessons in leadership to pull out of it in a short video, but I'll put a link in the description below so that you can go find it. I'm sure it's very affordable on Amazon used right now. This channel, Communication Coach, by the way, we look at things like presentation skills, leadership skills more generally, conversation skills, how to run a group or a team. And all the videos, again, are here to help you move your career in that direction, move your team to a more important and more excellent work over time. So if you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Look around at the other videos. And as always, I encourage you to use the tips that you learn in those videos in the very next opportunity.